full-time RV living. How to save money.
Because that's important.
Right? That's a huge thing for a lot of people who are either thinking about getting into the RV lifestyle or who are already in the RV lifestyle and looking for more ways to save money. So this video could very well be for you.
Right.
In case you're new here, I'm Gordon.
And I'm Alice.
And we're roaming with the Ramseys. About 1 year ago, we decided to go full-time in an RV and began this lifestyle.
And we've been on the road for 8 months now, and I think we have figured out a few places where we can save money.
Yep.
And we'd like to share that with you guys today.
That way you know how you can save money and you have maybe can put a little spin on some of our tips and ideas. Work camping is probably the biggest way that you're going to save money when it comes to RVing full-time.
Absolutely.
I mean, on the low end of the scale, $40 to $50 per night in an RV park. On the high end of the scale, $80 to $90 per night in an RV park. Mm-hmm. Now, some state campgrounds and things like that might be a little bit cheaper, but you don't have the exact same amenities available.
You may not have full hookups. You may not have any hookups at all.
You may not have anything.
Maybe just the spot.
Which is fine, but again, that's still going to be probably $20 or $30 a night to stay in a place with absolutely no hookups.
Right.
So for the past 8 months, Alice and I did work camping as a means of living full-time in an RV.
Right.
So in Montana, we saved roughly $900 per month just for the RV site.
Right.
Now, we also got free propane, free electricity, water, sewer, and free laundry. You know, you don't really think about it when you're doing this, but laundry's a big expense.
Laundry could cost you anywhere between $15 and $25, depending on how much laundry you normally would do if you don't have a washer and dryer on board, which we don't.
We don't have a washer dryer on board. That is a personal decision. Mm-hmm. But even still, most RV parks, you're looking at $3 to $4 per load for laundry. So if you just do 2 loads of laundry a week, that's like $8 a week, you know? Yeah. So there's a good way to save money by work camping.
Yeah, so work camping will definitely save you a lot of money. Now, work camping is not for everybody, but we will leave you a link in our description. That way you can go where we have for workamper.com to find out if work camping may be for you or not.
It is a great lifestyle. You do get the opportunity to meet a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Alice met everybody almost at the park, knew most of them by first name, because she's the first person they came in contact with when they came into the office usually.
Yeah.
So she got to build up friendships and relationships with them through her position, and same as I did.
Also have created a lot of friendships with other work campers.
Right.
That we'll be friends for forever. I mean, we're still text messaging. We have a group text message from all the work campers up in Montana. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, how you guys doing? This is where we are. So we're all still keeping touch. So work camping has a lot of benefits besides just saving money. So
the only downside to work camping, which depends on whether or not it's a downside for you, is typically they want you to stay at the park for 3 months, maybe a little bit longer, but sometimes that's really negotiable.
Right.
So are you willing to go somewhere and spend 3 months at the one spot, or is your real desire constant travel?
Right. Right. And all contracts are different, so just do the research, see where you want to go, what the contract is, and sometimes you can just talk to them during the interview and say, well, I can only stay until such and such, and they'll agree with it.
Right.
So that's just something for you to do your research on to see what is going to work best for you.
If you got any questions about work camping, feel free to drop a question in our comment section below, and we always will answer.
Yes.
Also, we have a Facebook and Instagram. You can instant message us on Facebook through Messenger, and we're usually pretty quick to respond to those messages as well.
Absolutely. So there's also memberships or discounts that you can look into. One of the biggest ones is Good Sam. Yes, there's a yearly fee for that, but they also offer discounts at participating RV sites.
So that one, I think it really depends on how much you're going to RV.
Right, yeah.
Because, you know, if you're paying And I don't know what the membership fees are for Good Sam. We're not members.
Right.
But if you're paying a yearly membership fee for anything, the benefit has to outweigh the cost.
So the next one is Harvest Host. Now Harvest Host is a one time a year membership fee, but your campsite is basically free when you visit a Harvest Host. They do ask that you visit their gift shop and and help that business.
Help that business out
helping
a little bit.
you.
I mean, you're talking wineries, breweries, farms, things like that.
Yeah,
so
bunch of different places.
It's dry camping. There's no hookups, and there's a few rules, but they're really minimal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
courtesy
minimal,
rules,
courtesy type rules.
Yeah. Another membership that could save you money is your Costco or your Good Sam membership cards.
We've been using this one for years.
We've been using this one for years.
Not just since we've been living in an RV, but
so
I mean,
we have the black card that gives you 2% back on all your sales. We've only paid for our membership one time. Every year, the amount that we purchase at Costco has always repaid our membership for the following year. So we've only paid our membership one time, and their reimbursement that we've gotten back has always been more than our membership. So we've actually made money off of Costco by shopping there in bulk and coming home and repackaging all of that. So
we don't buy vegetables and stuff like that. Our primary purchase at Costco are your meats and things like that.
And Costco also allows their members to stay in their parking lot overnight if you're on your travel day. So that's another benefit to their membership.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. I don't know about Sam's Club because we're not Sam's Club members, but I know Costco will allow that.
Right.
So the other thing is don't be afraid to ask if they have a discount. If you don't have Good Sam or military veterans, just ask, are you running any specials? Do you have any other discounts that I may be eligible for?
Some parks, I mean, when we were in Montana, they had buy 6 nights, get the seventh night free. Here, this is a new RV park that we're at.
Yeah.
So they're just running a 15% off discount. So don't be afraid to ask if they have any other discounts or something available.
Right. Yeah.
RV parks know that people like to price shop because typically, people who live full time in their RVs are, money conscious.
Right.
They're conscious about how they spend their money.
Right. The other thing that you could do is look at their nightly fees, their weekly fees, and their monthly fees, and see if your schedule will allow you to stay for those 7 nights or for those 30 nights, because that could be a huge savings if your time schedule allows that.
If you're flexible enough with your schedule, usually a 1 week stay is going to be cheaper than just
Yeah.
You get a good discount for that full 7 days.
Right. This park here, it's almost 2 nights free if you stay for 7 nights.
Right.
So that's a huge savings.
So we touched on it a little bit before, but travel day. Travel days are huge expense days because if you live full-time in an RV, there's a couple things that are the most expensive. 1 is the RV park itself. 2 is gas.
Get in there.
Everybody knows travel days are expensive because typically you've got, purchase your gas, you've got maybe purchase meals from fast food joints, whatever. So a couple ways that you can save money on travel days is huge. The biggest one I've come up with is the fuel membership program or the fuel program through TSD Logistics. You become a member of their program at no cost to you, none whatsoever. Now this is only for diesel owners or diesel drivers. So if you got a diesel pickup or a Class A that's a diesel, then this program applies to you. Yeah. But just last week, we went to Las Vegas. I wasn't even towing my trailer.
Right.
I pulled into the truck stop and went into the truck lane. You do have to use the truck lane. I saved $11 on just one fill up.
Right.
That's one fill up. Now, and that was just on fuel. Now, as a diesel owner, you also have to buy, if you have a newer diesel, you also have to buy diesel exhaust fluid, Blue Def. Typically, I've been buying it for years out of Costco, Walmart, or somewhere, and it comes in a 2.5-gallon jug.
Anywhere between $12 and $20.
Right? I mean, but when I buy it at the pump, which at the truck lanes, you can buy it at a pump, and you can fill up your DEF tank with a nozzle, just like your gas tank, and it's much cheaper. I paid like $3 a gallon. Another way you can save a lot of money on your travel days, again, harvest host.
Right.
You know, a lot of people will stay roadside, which there's nothing wrong with roadside. Alice and I have done it when we traveled from Alaska to Montana, going through the Alcan. We stayed in pullouts.
The other places that you can stay, like we said, the Costco if you have their membership.
Walmart. Now, Walmart, I think I saw information that something like 1,000 Walmarts put an end to overnight parking and camping in their parking lots.
And we have seen that. We have seen signs.
When we went to St. George here in Utah, we thought we were going to stay in the Walmart parking lot because we were bringing our trailer in for service. And they had signs everywhere.
Yeah.
Nope, you can't stay here, tow away, the whole 9 yards.
That's when we found out that Costco will let us because we have a membership. So that was really good. And we need to go shopping anyways.
Right, and Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops. I know the Cabela's in Anchorage, Alaska allowed overnight camping.
And they have an RV dump too.
They had an RV dump station in Anchorage. So I believe Cabela's pretty much nationwide is the same. If you know different, let me know in the comments below. Right. But I think Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops allow overnight parking in their parking lots.
If there's other places that are popular like that we didn't mention, you can put that in the comments also, because you're not only helping us, but you're helping everyone else.
I had another one
come
to mind. Cracker Barrel.
Oh yes, Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel allows
and they're
overnight,
open for breakfast.
Right? I mean, you can get dinner and breakfast, one-stop shopping.
Right, right.
I mean, so
absolutely.
Make sure that you learn about these places. Now, courtesy is part of a big deal on these places, right? You want to be courteous if you go to Cracker Barrel. I went inside and talked to the waitress or the hostess and asked, is it okay? Or you can call them on the phone and they'll tell you, yes, but you got to park over here.
Yeah. Check in with everybody just to find out where they would like you to park. Because we did that with Costco too. Where would you like us to park? And they told us where to go. So, you know, just be courteous about where you do decide to park and ask questions to make sure that everything is going to be okay.
Right. Price shop. That's the biggest thing I can tell you, right?
Right. On everything.
Large RV parks, small RV parks, close to your destination, a little bit farther away from your destination.
Yep.
That's the best way to save money, right? Is to do a little bit of price shopping and comparing. Alice, when we were leaving Montana to come to Utah, we were going to spend a week in Moab because we wanted to go to Arches and Canyonlands. So Alice did some price shopping. There was a beautiful RV park in Moab. But it was going to cost how much?
Over $600 for the week.
Right? For a week. $600 for a week. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Now, for us, we don't mind doing a little bit of driving. So she started looking outside of Moab.
Right.
And she found in Thompson Springs, there was
25 miles out.
Yeah, just a short 25 miles. That's not much time. She found a place that was $195. So we saved over $400 by just being willing to go 25 miles outside of Moab.
Right. And if you are a boondocker, we did see a lot of boondocking places out there on that main highway also. Yep.
Hey, thanks for watching. We hope you got something out of this because we feel there's a lot of value in what we had to say today. There's a lot of ways to save money when you're full-time in an RV. Even when you're not full-time in an RV, I think you could really gain from some of these tips.
Absolutely.
If you know some other tips that we could gain from for saving money full-time in an RV, leave us a comment and let us know.
Yeah.
And if you really did enjoy this, hit the subscribe button because we're going to be putting out more content just like this in the future. You can even hit the notification bell so you know when we upload new content.
Ring that little bell.
It's just a little bell. You can ring it.
You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, and the links are below in our description.